A very happy good afternoon and a warm welcome to all you dear educators out there. Thank you for joining us on this live webinar series titled Be Internet Awesome. As you can all see on my screen, I hope Pooja is sharing my screen, the Be Internet Awesome program has been developed in partnership with CBSE and Google. They realized the importance of how much our children needed this support and guidance. And this program was developed henceforth. Mahattattva is partnering with with CBSE and Google to deliver this program across schools all over the country. So this program focuses on internet safety for children, and this entire next 1 hour that you and I will be together, we will be speaking about how teachers, how you can be empowered to implement this program in your schools. We will be discussing all resources that you will need. I will be also talking about how Mahattattva, as an organization which believes in making sure that education reaches far and wide, is going to hold your hand and take you step by step through this program and ensure that we are with you till you gain your certification for the same program. Active support will always be available, and I will be showing you how we'll be reaching out to you. You have joined me today because you have received mails from my team. And similarly, we will be part of WhatsApp groups. We will be part of Google groups, Telegram groups. We have an email ID. We have an active phone number where you can just call up after your school hours. We are available for 2 hours to address all your issues. Going back to this initiative, I'd like to highlight the fact that this curriculum focuses on cyber safety for our young children. Now, you must be thinking that cyber safety has been around for long, so it is not a new word. Great, yes, that's true. But the moment you look at this curriculum, you will understand that something like this has not been around. We know we should be safe online. We know we tell our children that there are strangers online they should not be speaking to. But where are those examples? Where are those plentiful activities? Where is the experiential learning, like how you would like to transact this in the classroom? आप चाहते हैं ना, आप जैसे जब क्लासरूम में जाते हैं, आप हर एक बच्चे के लिए वो टीचर बदल जाती है, वो उसको हर एक बच्चे की वो स्ट्रेंथ और वीकनेस जानती है और उसी तरीके से क्लासरूम में भी करिकुलम बताती है. So, all you teachers and dear teachers, if you look at this curriculum, you will realize that it caters to all our children and it speaks to them in such a friendly language that they will not be scared. In fact, they will understand the need for everything. Today, when you go into the classroom and you start talking about how it is not correct to be out there on social media, especially with privacy compromised, children will look blank because the entire world is on social media. How do you reach out? They may have questions like, ma'am, I have to reach out. I have to make my talent out there. All children love, they're producing videos. They're on Snapchat. There are many other platforms that I may not be even aware of. You as teachers would know more. They're there. They are recording themselves. They are putting it out there on the public. And when you go there and tell them that it is dangerous, is not correct, it is not age appropriate, you will not be met with a lot of enthusiasm. They will wonder. They will wonder, why is ma'am saying all this? So here is the part where this curriculum comes into play. Very beautifully, this curriculum stands on 5 pillars. It has broken down cybersecurity for you, me, and our children. It will first tackle and tell the children how sharing must always be with caring. Then the second part of the curriculum the second module talks about don't fall for fake. We understand what it means to fall for fake, but there are so many scams out there. There's so much of phishing, catfishing. These are such new terms where children would have encountered them, but they don't know what is happening to them. Impersonation. They are sitting with their friend and yet they get a friend request from the same person. So these are all eye openers, and how the module tackles them is brilliant. The third module talks about securing one's secret. And that is all about passwords. So the simple questions and the regular questions come back with, yes, password we know, PSWD123. And then you have to go back and explain to them why the passwords need to be strong and how one can make them. Because even my question to you, and you as teachers would question, we would be having this discussion. I have 10 accounts. I am dealing with 10 things. Everything has a mobile app now. I am looking at 10 apps today. How can I remember 10 passwords? This unit so beautifully tackles password making and allows the children to themselves see how strong is their password, who all should they be sharing the password with, and how we can form a strong password and remember it easily. The fourth module of this curriculum speaks about being kind. I have not come across any cybersecurity program or anywhere when you and I are talking about cybersecurity, we are only wanting to speak about being safe online and, don't click this link, that link, and beta, that was wrong, correct. But when do we tell our children that they must be kind online? Some of you may be smiling because you understand what I'm going to be talking about. Yes, exactly. The curriculum speaks about this in such a subtle yet firm manner. Children are impressionable. Everybody is. So if the child sees something online that is nasty, they have this habit of, let me take this up with a very small example. They see something online saying something nasty, and because their friend has written it, they will simply agree and go ahead. Younger or older children, I'm speaking from experience, that without thinking and without even understanding the fact that they can write something positive, they are simply going to agree with that person. But when you are there in the classroom with them and you show them and you explain to them, you give them scenarios and you tell them that, dear children, stop. We can be kind online also. And it is cool to be kind. It's a superpower. There's not a single child who does not want to be cool. Well, being kind is also a superpower, and they should benefit from it. They should activate that power. So you can explain to them that how if somebody is writing something nasty, and if you put something positive, the entire flow of the comments will change. They have the power to do that. The fifth pillar and the final pillar of this curriculum is talking. It says that when they are in doubt, they should reach out, and it is good to be brave. Here they talk about how children sometimes are witness to a lot of things. They are aware of a lot of things that are happening, and they know somewhere that it is not correct, but they don't know whom to turn to. This unit again very beautifully deals with how the students can reach out to you as their mentor, as their teacher, and also their parents. I'll just share my screen again. I think it has gone. I hope it is visible now. All right. Having said that, I spoke and I touched the pillars or the 5 modules of this curriculum very, very briefly. Please don't worry. We are going to go in depth into each one of the modules. What I feel and what I'd like to highlight and stress on is that this curriculum could not have come at a better time. You as teachers and together along with the students have witnessed how the pandemic was full of struggles. And yes, thankfully it is in the past, but the bitter taste does remain. So I would like to take this moment to make a special mention for all of you out there, pan country, who rose to the occasion and helped organize regular studies online. Thank you, dear teachers. It was wonderful. And we know that the online world was full of challenges. So all the more our duty to make sure that our children do not have to go through the same kind of hurdles. In fact, they are better equipped to tackle all these challenges. Having said this, I would like to introduce my support team to you. That's the Mahattattva team. Like I said in the beginning, we are going to handhold you, all of us who you're going to be seeing on the screen, to make sure you get your certification and make sure that your children are well equipped to be online. This is Ms. 𝗕𝗲 𝗜𝗁𝗍𝗲. She's the CEO and founder of Mahattattva. She's also a regular host of this webinar. You would have seen her in the earlier series. And she has done many other CBSE webinars also. Yeah, you would be smiling and would be showing me a thumbs up and saying you've attended blended holistic learning, etc. Yes, that's the one. This is Ms. Manu. She's the general manager for all the Google projects. So she looks after the entire execution of BIA also. That was me. I'm here with you for the day. This is Ms. 𝗕𝗲 𝗫𝗲𝗁𝗍𝗲𝗃. She's an ex-principal and also a firm believer in the fact that learning should never stop. And especially when it concerns children, we must go all out there to make sure that the children get the best at all ages. Following her is Ms. Sonali Bhatt. She's also an ex-principal with the same belief and thought, and she loved the program when she went through it. And she says, yes, this was what was needed for our children. This is Ms. Kajal. She's heading the operations. So thank you, Kajal ma'am, for making sure that I'm online, I'm live, and I'm available to all of you to have this discussion. This is Ms. Pooja. She is there with me right now. She's going to be helping me. She's also sharing the screen, and she's a very important person because once you're done with your entire certification process, the certificates, she will make sure that they come to you, your certificates and your students also. Because I'm talking about the certification, dear teachers, I want to tell you that this particular program is not attendance based. You will be receiving a link today and for the second part on Friday, but the certification is not attendance linked. For the certificate, you will have to follow some steps for which I am here to talk about. I would request you to just zoom into this picture that is visible to you on the screen. Take a few seconds, just go through them as I am also reading them alongside. What is required for this certification? Like you all understand, Be Internet Awesome BIA program is focused on ensuring that your children are online safely. So what you need to do for that is, firstly, attend the CBSE webinars. There are 2 webinars. You're already a part of the first one. The next one is on Friday, same time, and I'll be seeing you again over there. Having checked that box, let's move on. Read the resources provided and prepare your student engagement. Now, what resources these are, I am going to be taking you through them. We have a website link. Pooja ma'am, if you can put the website link in the chat box. I think the link is there now. So request you to click on the link and keep it bookmarked. You can go on to it later. Some of you may be logged in only through the phone and may find it difficult to navigate both the link and the YouTube and the webinar. No problem. Please don't worry. Take a few seconds, click on that link and please bookmark it. Go through that link at your leisure when you are relaxed tonight, when you want to take a look at what was done today. That is the time to look at the link. In case you're logged in through the phone and have access to your laptop on the side, then I suggest that on the laptop, you open the link and meanwhile keep hearing me through your phone. Don't forget to bookmark that link. Now, the third step talks about using those resources provided to implement the program. Exactly. I told you there are 5 modules. Each module has a very unique feature. Each module has a unique name. And as we all know, our name is what makes us. So when we, for example, the first module is Share with Care. Once you deep dive into Share with Care, you'll know exactly what needs to be done with the children. So those are the resources we are talking about. So you use them in the classroom, you train your children, and the minimum number for training for getting a certificate is 40. You need to train a minimum of 40 students to be able to get certified. I have a wide smile on my face, and the reason is that I'm looking at you and I'm hoping that if you can train more than 40 teachers, don't stop. Go ahead, make that difference in the classroom. Make a difference to each child out there by letting them know that when they are online, how they can safeguard themselves. And if they're already doing that, then kudos to them. So minimum number of students that need to be trained are 40, and maximum, there's no limit. Please go ahead and train as many as you can. Once you've done the training, and while the training is going on, I suggest that please do take short videos, take photographs, because these videos and photographs can then be compressed and used as evidence that you need to share with us for certification. Finally, you need to submit your application with the names of the students. Again, if you have doubts and worries, like she has given us 5 steps, but where does one put them? So you have your website link open, keep that open, don't worry. I'm going to take you through exactly where you need to submit, where are the resources. Like I said, I'm here for you, I'm here to handhold you. I'm not going to leave this hour without showing you all these steps. How are we connected to you? Many ways. You can take a look at the screen. We have an email ID, drop us a mail, join the Google group, Telegram group. All the webinar series are available on YouTube, because some of you may lose connectivity. Some of you may, some other work may come upon and you get busy. So no problem at all regarding that. Simply get online to YouTube and go and see the part that you may have missed. And you can see it again and again at your leisure. So all the resources that I'm talking about are peer deck enabled. As teachers who've been through the pandemic, you know that this is allows the decks to be interactive. In case you use the same one in the classroom, you will have no trouble at all. Now, this is about what the curriculum is. Because I wanted to show you and I told you that all this is going to be made available to you, this is how. I hope all of you are on the website link. I understand that some of you are on the phone and it is difficult. No problem. So if you have a pen and paper, you can write down, or the ones who are all on 2 devices can have this open on 1 device. Go to the website link that we have shared in the chat box. Click on it. This is what you are going to see. What is visible on my screen is going to be visible to you. Right, great. So you're with me. If you're not, like I said, I'm emphasizing, don't bother, just keep a paper and pen and keep looking at my screen. The first tab of the website talks about what the program is all about. शायद आप कुछ लोग मिस कर रहे हैं अभी, जैसे मैंने बोला, और आप लोग स्कूल से घर जा रहे हैं और बीच में कनेक्टिविटी पुअर होती है. बहुत क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं कि पता नहीं मैम ने क्या क्या बोला और आपका कुछ मिस हो गया है. तो आप फिक्र नहीं करिए, जब आप ये वेबसाइट खोलेंगे इसमें सब कुछ है. जैसे फर्स्ट टैब है कि ये प्रोग्राम है किस बारे में, तो आप अपने को टीचर के साथ भी बैठ के ये देख सकते हैं वेबसाइट कि ये प्रोग्राम है क्या. ये है डिजिटल सिटीजनशिप के बारे में और क्या क्या इस डिटेल्स में है. एनईपी का मेंशन यहाँ पे क्यों आया है, क्या चाहता है एनईपी, ये एनईपी के साथ कैसे कंप्लायंट है, ये सब इस वाले टैब में दे रखा है. अब चलिए सेकंड टैब देख लेते हैं. द सेकंड टैब आप सबको दिख रहा होगा. टॉक्स अबाउट द फैसिलिटेटर्स. दैट्स मिस दीप्ति सानी एंड मिस मनु कौंडल. They're already, their details are here. But what I'd like you to focus on is on this part. You want to see the YouTube recordings of these webinars, this tab over here will take you to that. Follow the YouTube channel for the webinar recordings. I hope you can see that. On the right, we have joined the Google group for trainings. So you can even join this group. And this group will allow you to interact and ask important questions. You can even connect with us on Facebook in case there are some other queries, and we are also doing a lot of other programs and you'd like to know what Mahattattva is doing. Let's go to tab number 3. Tab number 3 talks about the schedule. You may wonder that how is this program happening? When all is it available? Well, the entire calendar for the month is here. And if you can see the one that is highlighted in yellow, that is today. So the next webinar is on 2nd. Like I said, I will be meeting you again on Friday. We will not be covering the entire curriculum today. We will only be doing maybe 2 modules, and the remaining will be done on Friday. So this is a ready reckoner. You can go through it and you know how many webinars have been done and what are the upcoming ones. Look at the resources now. This is tab number 4. This is the one that is important. Again, the ones with the paper and pencils can write down that tab number 4 is the resources tab. This is where the entire curriculum is. I'm going to take you through it. Let's scroll down. The official website for Be Internet Awesome by Google is here. You may click on this and access it. Below this, the entire curriculum, that is a 139-page curriculum, you may access over here. What we have done for you, we have broken up the entire 139-page curriculum into the 4 modules that we were speaking about. So the first one is Share with Care. Now, what is the unit about? What is the module about? The brief introduction has been given. You can separately click on it. The second tab also takes you to the interactive slide deck. If in case you have interactive boards in your classroom and you'd like to show this to the children and have them discuss about it, this is where you can click and do that. There's an entire tab dedicated to the vocabulary. You can have a small game with your children. You can maybe give them the answer first and ask them, what do you think this is? When somebody out there makes a false profile, what is it called? Is it called impersonating, or is it called true? Whatever. Or you can give them the word and ask them to share the definition, or ask them what do they think it would mean. Then there is a game. Now, the game is something beautiful and I love it. The reason is that children love playing. And imagine while playing, they're learning something. So here, let the game come on. There are first 4 modules have this game. Children will go, they will answer questions and they will keep moving ahead on the steps. And at the end of it, if they answer all the questions successfully, they will get a certificate by Google. They're going to love this because it's very cute. It has this little internet. It's loading. In fact, if you have the website open and you'd just like to take a few seconds and go and try and click on this, I'm okay with that. I'm here for you. I'll be here when you come back. So it tells you what needs to be done. You have to bounce the post of the mirrors so that you get the correct answer. So do try this. Get them to the ICT lab. Try your children to play this. And before you give it to your children, you can play it yourself and enjoy. So it has been done very thoughtfully, like you saw or you heard also alongside that it was talking about oversharing. And the first unit talks about sharing with caring, share with care. In the similar fashion, how unit 1 has been put out there for you, we have unit 2. Brief description. You have the entire access to unit 2, then the interactive slide deck, the vocabulary part, and the game, the interland game, Reality River. Again, this game will only focus about don't fall for fake. The third unit is again on the same lines, like I said, be internet strong, that is securing your secrets. Be internet kind, it's cool to be kind. Unit 5 or module 5, however you would like to term it, there is no problem. That is being internet brave. When in doubt, talk it out. All the names of these modules have been chosen very carefully. They give us a small insight of what the lessons are going to hold. At the end, at the bottom, you can see that there is a pledge. So this is a beautiful pledge which you can get the students to take in the class, whether you'd like them to stand up and raise their hand, or you'd like to make a large poster out of it and get all the students to sign. I hope you can see this. It says how they will share with care, they will not fall for fake, secure their secrets, be kind, and when in doubt, talk it out. And then there is a counter signing for all the modules. Number 4 tab is again, I'm emphasizing, फिर से आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि ये जो 4th टैब है जिसपे रिसोर्सेज लिखी हुई हैं, ये आपको सबसे जरूरी है आपकी ट्रेनिंग पर्पस के लिए. जब आप क्लास में जाएंगे, आप ट्रेन करना चाहते हैं, आप बच्चों से शेयर करना चाहते हैं, आप उनको बताना चाहते हैं कि ये प्रोग्राम किस बारे में है, आप जो हम आगे डिस्कस करेंगे वो चीजें करना चाहते हैं, तो आप कहाँ देखेंगे? यहाँ टैब नंबर 4 रिसोर्सेज में. Let's move on to the 5th tab, that is assessments. Now, the assessments, you can see on the screen. You can make a copy of this on your drive and share with your students. There are no editing rights. You need to click on it and make a copy. There are 5, like there were 5 modules, there are 5 assessments. But is it mandatory for you to give the students an assessment? This is a Google form. ये कोई pen and paper का writing के नहीं है, ये simple Google form है. But if you are wondering, is it important? Do I have to make sure कि assessment होनी चाहिए? Then the answer is no. Please don't make it mandatory. This has to be done in a very enjoyable manner so that the learning is of most impact. Students enjoy, students open up to you, students actually come back and share. After every module, the impact should be such that the children come back and let you know, yes ma'am, ये मैंने गलत करा, अब मैं आगे से नहीं करूंगा. Yes ma'am, you are right, I'm very careful. I do not share my password, I do not share my name, my phone number, email ID. यहाँ तक कि मैम मैं अपने स्कूल का नाम भी नहीं शेयर करता हूँ स्ट्रेंजर से, या करती हूँ. So allow them to have that interaction with you. So please see, use your discretion. आप decide करिए as teachers, आपको use करना है, आप जरूर कर सकते हैं. ये हमने आपके लिए बनाया है ताकि आपको इस पे टाइम ना स्पेंड करना पड़े. Now, जब हमने फर्स्ट वाला वो पार्ट देखा था, and I had said कि आपने बच्चों को क्लास में ट्रेन करना है, उसके बाद आपने उनका वीडियो या पिक्चर्स लेनी है और फिर उनको एविडेंस की तौर पे अपलोड करना है. और हमें तो बच्चों के नाम भी चाहिए होंगे. इफ यू नीड योर सर्टिफिकेट, वी नीड स्टूडेंट्स नेम्स आल्सो. सो द बिग क्वेश्चन मार्क, where to put all this? The answer is right in front of you. Tab number 5 is assessments. You scroll down to the bottom of that page. You can write it down. Tab number 5, assessments. You can scroll down to the bottom of the page and look at student training completion form. This is where you need to click. Let's go through this together. It will give you a fair idea of what is it that needs to be done. So the first thing after you click on this form, you will be able to see, you need to fill in your email, full name, name of the school, city and state, and your COE. Let's go down. Your contact number, because sometimes we need to reach out to you if you've uploaded a video and it is not playing, or if sometimes you by mistake have uploaded an incorrect video. For certification, we need to stay in touch. Your personal email ID, CBSE email ID. Here is the tab where you add the evidence of training. It clearly says you need to create a 2-minute video. आपने 5 activities करवाई हैं, 6 activities करवाई हैं, 4 करवाई हैं, कोई problem नहीं है. But you need to create a video that should be only 2 minutes. So you may have longer videos. You will have to shorten them and just make it 2 minutes. Or the other option is you can create a PPT with about 10 pictures minimum and showing over there how you train these 40 students. Like I said, minimum is 40. If you have the capacity and you would like to train more students, dear teachers, please go ahead. The video and the PPT can contain a lot of things. It can contain you having an interaction with your children. It could contain the students presenting something. Maybe you've given them a small scenario and they do a role play out of it. Or they're making a classroom board, or they're doing up an ICT board for a cyber safety week, and they're putting all these 5 modules out there, the main points. You can take pictures of that also. Once you're done with this, you need to add the list of students trained by you using the template below. Do I need a photo of you? आपने पेज पे लिखे हैं बच्चों के नाम और क्लास वो चाहिए? नहीं. आप प्लीज नीचे देखिए. Here, list of students, Google Sheet sample. You need to come here, click on this, and very clearly click on this blue little box here. It says make a copy. Please do not edit. Simply make a copy. I will show you what will open up. A sheet will open up where it has all the details and you can enter the names of the students. You can simply copy paste them here. This sheet now needs to be downloaded on your desktop and uploaded here in this form. Add file, this is where you need to add it. We also urge you to please share a photograph, your photograph with us. We make posts because you will be an Be Internet Awesome Ambassador. It makes us very proud, and we want everybody to know that teachers like you are there who are making a difference in the classrooms. You have to do only this much, and after that, click on Submit for your certification. So this was tab number 5. Like I said, assessments, and the bottom is the one student training completion form which you need to fill. Along with this, the 6th tab talks about master trainer program. We also have that going on as we speak. This program also, teachers are training teachers further on because awareness cannot stop. So the baton, the light must be carried on. Now, what are these FAQs and help desk? Very important, since you may have many questions and I may not be able to answer all of them today or on Friday. Now, this is where you can use this. Click on this. Basic questions, that is steps for certifications, are here. This is the entire thing that I had shown you in the beginning. We had gone through it step by step. These are the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the sample certificates. Your teacher certificate is on the left. The student certificate is on the right. आपने जो भी लिस्ट हमें बच्चों की आप शेयर करेंगे along with the evidence, सब बच्चों को ये वाला लिस्ट सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा, और जो लेफ्ट में है वो आपका सर्टिफिकेट है एज अ टीचर. नाउ ये सर्टिफिकेट आपको तभी मिलेगा जब आप वो फॉर्म भरेंगे, विच इज देयर अंडर असेसमेंट्स. आज की अटेंडेंस के बाद या सेकंड वेबिनार की अटेंडेंस के बाद ये सर्टिफिकेट नहीं मिलेगा. सर्टिफिकेट सिर्फ कंप्लीट ट्रेनिंग होने के बाद मिलेगा. आपके और भी क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं, तो हम यहाँ देख लेते हैं, क्या पता यहाँ पे कुछ आपके क्वेश्चंस आंसर हो सकते हैं. Why do we need this program in schools? Who is the certifying body? What is the full form of IST? How long will it take for the students to complete this course? Is this program for ICT, IT, computer science teachers only? इसका बड़ा क्लियर आंसर है नो. सबको जानना चाहिए, आपको और मुझे भी जानना चाहिए कि क्या हो रहा है बाहर एंड हम अपने आप को कैसे सेफगार्ड कर सकते हैं. Where can one find the time to run this course for students? You can collaborate with other teachers, use the assembly time, also use co-curricular activities. It doesn't have to be a day-long program. You can break it down into half-an-hour slots. How do you implement this program? Again, it has been given over here also, and it is under assessments. How do we finally get the certificates? और भी questions हैं regarding certification. So ये सब यहाँ पे answer करे गए हुए हैं. This is the last tab on the website. The website link was put by Miss Pooja in the beginning. जो अभी नहीं देख पा रहे हैं और access कर पा रहे हैं website को, कोई problem नहीं है, please. आप बाद में आराम से करिएगा. Bottom पे अगर आप देखेंगे कि अगर आपकी कोई query रहती है आज के सेशन के बाद भी, या फ्राइडे के सेशन के बाद भी, या फॉलो अप सेशन के बाद भी, ये वेबसाइट का लिंक आपके पास हमेशा रहेगा. इसमें हम ईमेल आईडी है, देयर इज आल्सो अ फोन नंबर जिस पे आप बिटवीन 3:30 to 5:30 कॉल करके डायरेक्टली अपनी क्वेरी पूछ सकते हैं. I'd like to take you back to the curriculum. अब हमने देख लिया, आपके पास ये वेबसाइट का लिंक है, आपको पता है आपको करिकुलम कहाँ मिलेगा, आप बच्चों के साथ कर लेंगे, बट अब कैसे करेंगे, क्या है ये करिकुलम के अंदर, इसको जरा देखते हैं. Like I spoke in the beginning, it has 5 modules. फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल में डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबल कम्युनिकेशन की बात है. सेकेंड मॉड्यूल में फिशिंग, स्कैम्स एंड क्रेडिबल सोर्सेस के बारे में बताया जाएगा. थर्ड वाले मॉड्यूल में ऑनलाइन सिक्योरिटी एंड पासवर्ड्स के बारे में डिटेल्स बताई जाएंगी. फोर्थ वाले में कंबैटिंग नेगेटिव ऑनलाइन बिहेवियर को डील करा जाएगा. और लास्ट वाले में क्वेश्चनेबल कंटेंट एंड सिनेरियोज के ऊपर डिस्कशन होएगी. सो क्या चाहते हैं, what do we want out of these 5 modules? We want our children to be smart, alert, strong, kind and brave. इससे तो बहुत ही सिंपल है. The hand is strongest जब हमारी 5 fingers हमारे पास होती हैं. So this is something you can begin a conversation with and let your students know that each finger is required to make the hand strong. Similarly, the program stands on 5 strong modules. Each one is important because when we are online, we need to be careful about everything. I cannot say कि मुझे strong password बनाने आते हैं, इसलिए I do not need to share with care. बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है ये शेयर विद केयर, बिकॉज बच्चों को ये बताना कि क्या शेयर करना चाहिए और क्या नहीं करना चाहिए इज गोइंग टू बी अ डिटेल्ड कॉन्वर्सेशन. दे आर गोइंग टू आस्क यू, as I said earlier, and you will have more examples to share with me, that why can't they share? So this is where you come in and let them know कि they feel उन्होंने कुछ ऑनलाइन डाला फिर डिलीट कर दिया. मैम वो तो डिलीट हो गया, वो तो नहीं है ऑनलाइन. आपको यहां उनको बताना है कि जो भी हम ऑनलाइन डालते हैं, चाहे बच्चे हैं चाहे हम हैं, इट स्टेज देयर. And if our privacy settings are not strong or strong, it's out. We don't know who it is being viewed by. So children, the first thing that they say is it's been deleted. No, the digital footprint stays forever. Decades later, आज से 10 साल, 20 साल, 30 साल, whatever, it can be traced back to you. Secondly, is it important to share everything about yourself? जब वो टिकटॉक के वीडियो बनाते हैं या स्नैपचैट के वीडियो बनाते हैं, जरूरी है क्या उनके पीछे घर का एड्रेस और सब कुछ दिखाई दे, या वो अपने सेम नेम्स, अपने पर्सनल ओन नेम्स लें? इज इट इंपॉर्टेंट? सो दीज आर कॉन्वर्सेशंस यू नीड टू हैव विद योर स्टूडेंट्स, एंड यू कैन हैव इट यूजिंग दिस करिकुलम. The module 1 will teach them how to communicate responsibly. अगर कोई चीज फेस टू फेस सॉल्व हो सकती है तो ऑनलाइन जाके वो कमेंट करना किसी भी सोशल मीडिया पे जरूरी नहीं है. They need to be told this. And what is the guideline for good communication? इस मॉड्यूल 1 में 7 lessons हैं. When not to share, keeping it private, that's not what I meant, frame it. Who is this person anyway? How do others see us online? And finally, that game that they are going to enjoy. इसमें ये themes टच करी गई हैं इस पूरे करिकुलम में about hurting feelings, reputation, privacy, and all these points have been spoken through scenarios and activities. So you can actually get them to play out those scenarios. It is very important we tell our children कि जो आज वो उन्होंने कोई कभी कभार गुस्से में बच्चे लिख देते हैं, कभी कभार they are being mean because of a certain emotion on that particular day. That emotion will not last, but what has been put online will last forever. One thing, please do ask them and push them to answer, what do they understand by privacy and why is privacy important? This is not spoken about much in our households, I'm very sorry to say, but as teachers now we need to let the children know that what is really privacy, whether we are online or offline. These are the goals for the students. टीचर्स जब आप करिकुलम पे क्लिक करेंगे जो रिसोर्सेज के अंडर है, हर एक मॉड्यूल में गोल्स हैं स्टूडेंट्स के लिए. प्लीज आप उनको बच्चों को दिखाइएगा और बच्चों से ही पूछिए, क्या हमने ये मॉड्यूल करा है बेटा अभी, क्या आपके ये सारे गोल्स मीट हुए हैं? सो लेट देम टेक ओनर्स ऑफ द लर्निंग. लेट देम टेल यू, यस मैम, we now understand that why we should safeguard our reputation, why we should respect privacy of other students, and why we should not post online meaninglessly. Especially जब मैं वो सेम चीज अपने फ्रेंड को या not my friend and just a peer को डायरेक्टली कह सकती या कह सकता था. लास्ट वाला पॉइंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. दे शुड ऑलवेज नो दैट आप या उनका पेरेंट हमेशा उनके आसपास है. The Peer Deck vocabulary flashcard is also available to you. Now the lesson flow goes like this. There are goals for students. Like I said, आप उनसे पूछिए that did they understand or has the goal of the module been met? Then let's talk has scenarios. It has many scenarios. In the curriculum, हर एक मॉड्यूल में, हर एक लेसन में सिनारियोज हैं. वो आप बच्चों के साथ डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, उनके आंसर्स ले सकते हैं, क्योंकि कई बच्चे शाय होते हैं, वो नहीं आपको आंसर करेंगे immediately. So it doesn't matter. This is an excellent platform. One child will start sharing their personal incident that, yes, ma'am, this happened with me, and then the others will join. So the shy ones will also learn from their peers. Then there are activities that they can do. And definitely, once you're done with the module, let them give you the takeaways. Let each student mention one line or one word that has stayed with them after they went through the module with you or after you finished the training. Let them tell you. They can put it on post-its. आप in fact in takeaways को भी chart paper पे डाल के post-its डाल के उसकी pictures ले सकते हैं for evidence for your training for the certification purpose. Here is a scenario. Let's look at it. मैंने आपको कहा था let's talk में scenarios हैं. So let's go through this together. The first scenario says, the children at your house take turns using your mom's tablet, iPad. सबके पास हैं, phones भी आजकल they are like tablets, सारा data होता है. So everybody knows the passcode. Some of you are parents here. You will understand what this is about because you know that your children have been accessing your phone because it's important. During the pandemic, you had to give them for studies. You are also encouraging your children to become a little independent. So you are allowing them to do certain transactions through your phone. Your whole family also has one account for doing online shopping at this one website. A few years ago, this may have seemed like a far-fetched reality, but today it is true. We are doing online shopping. In fact, for the basics, And you will agree that when you come back tired from work, you would like to press a button so that all your groceries are delivered to you. That was all fine until one day your brother had a friend over and they were using your mom's tablet to look at some amazing headphones for gamers on that shopping site. Your brother went to get a snack in the kitchen. They went outside to shoot some hoops. Game khelne gaye. A few days later, this box arrived at your house. It has headphones in it. Your brother said he didn't order them. You believe him. Now, आप सब अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे कि व्हेन वी स्टार्ट शॉपिंग ऑनलाइन हमें प्रॉम्प्ट करा जाता है टू सेव आवर कार्ड डिटेल्स. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स हम कर देते हैं बिकॉज इट हैज टू this process of ordering online has to continue, and the cumbersomeness of taking out our card every time, filling in the details is a problem. So we tend to check or save the card over there. So this is the consequence of that. This is so interesting, so relevant to our students. Look at the questions. So this is something you can do in the classroom with them. Get them into groups. Take your students, divide them, take the class, divide them into groups, give them 4 groups. Yeah, this is one scenario. There are many more scenarios. If you want, you can give one scenario to each group, or you can give different scenarios to different groups. Your parents are going to wonder how that headset arrived at your house. What do you do and what your brother decided to do? Let them answer. Let them think. What about the password part? Do you see a problem with everybody in a family using the same passwords for family devices and accounts? If friends can use those devices and accounts, would you talk to your family about them? Let them answer this, because sometimes children say, but passwords to bata sakte hain. So this is where their misnomer or their incorrect ideas will get solved. This is the second module. It talks about not falling for fake. In fact, cybercrime has become such a big entity in the last 2 years, thanks to the pandemic, that even our OTT platforms are producing short films after films, series after series, trying to make us aware of what all is happening out there. Definitely, OTT platform, everything that is there is not suitable for our children's ages. But dear teachers and educators, it is definitely suitable for you. Do take a look at it and stay abreast with what is happening and how people are scheming to get money out of the middleman. Now, don't fall for fake, being alert. What does this unit want our children to know? It wants them to be able to tell the difference between real and fake. रियल वेबसाइट एंड फेक वेबसाइट, इसमें एक ब्यूटीफुल एक्टिविटी है जिसमें वेबसाइट्स के लिंक्स हैं. एक ग्लांस में आप नहीं बता सकते. सो चिल्ड्रन नीड टू गो थ्रू इट. जो भी आईसीटी टीचर्स हैं, और आपको भी अब आप लोगों को भी पता है कि स्पेलिंग एरर्स, ग्रामेटिकल एरर्स, पैडलॉक, ये सब चीजें हमें देखनी होती हैं वेबसाइट में क्लिक करने से पहले. देन अंडरस्टैंड फिशिंग एंड हाउ टू रिपोर्ट इट. Spot the signs of a potential scam. कितनी बारी मैसेजेस आते हैं कि free 1000, click on this link to get 1000 rupees free, click on this link and this amount will be credited into your bank account. So all these questions, scenarios, ये सब open होने लग जाएंगे once you start doing this module with your children. If statements about winning or getting something for free feel too good to be true, they most likely are. And fair exchanges shouldn't involve giving away any personal information. अगर कुछ free आ रहा है तो वो आपसे कभी भी आपका bank details नहीं मांगेंगे. So this is what we need to make our children aware about. अगर आप में से किसी को भी ये question है that children are so young, they don't need to know about all this because they don't deal with banks, etc., then I'd like to say, please stop and let's take a look at the same answer with a different perspective. And the perspective is awareness. मैं क्यों नहीं अपने बच्चों को aware करूं? वो जब घर जाते हैं, are they living alone? No, they have grandparents, they have parents. So when the child goes back and tells them that, I learned this today and this is how we must look at a website, please believe me, parents will be smiling because parents have their own jobs, and when they, they also may not know it. So it will be a learning for them. And if they already know about it, they'll be grateful to you for having emphasized on this. And what about grandparents? Grandparents are dependent on their grandchildren. They come running back from school and the grandfather will share, beta mujhe ye aaya hai message, वो कह रहे हैं आप बिजली का बिल पे कीजिए नहीं तो हम बिजली काट देंगे. आप लोगों ने सबने ये देखा था that I think in the month of September, this entire scam was printed on the first page of TOI. And everybody was warned that this is a scam. Kindly do not click on this link. But आपको पता है कितने लोग क्लिक कर चुके हैं? और ये कब से चल रहा है? ये मई से चल रहा है. कितने लोगों ने इस पे क्लिक करा? कितने लोगों ने अपना हार्ड अर्नड मनी खोया? तो जब कोई बोलेगा, children will say कि no, it's incorrect. And if any one of you has that particular message saved, take a look at that message today. After we finish this, take a look at that message. That message has grammatical errors. It is not in the correct language, and it asks you to dial some random mobile number. Why would the 𝗕𝗲 do that? Or whatever it is called in your state. They wouldn't. So, हम busy हैं बहुत, हम अपनी life में, but बच्चे हमें observe करते हैं, तो हमारी duty बनती है कि उनके साथ भी ये चीजें शेयर करें, क्योंकि वो ऑब्जर्वेंट हैं, वो नोट करेंगे और वो केयरफुल रहेंगे. एंड ये सेम बच्चे हैं जो आगे जाके दे विल आल्सो एंटर द वर्क लाइफ मच लाइक यू एंड मी. मॉड्यूल 2 में भी 7 लेसन्स हैं. दीज आर वेरी शॉर्ट लेसन्स, बट जो हेडलाइन है, दिस इज व्हाट द लेसन टॉक्स अबाउट. पॉपअप्स, कैटफिशिंग एंड अदर स्कैम्स. हु इज दिस टॉकिंग टू मी? ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है बिकॉज फेक प्रोफाइल्स की स्टोरीज मेरे पास कम होंगी, आप लोगों के पास ज्यादा होंगी, और बच्चों के पास बहुत ज्यादा होती हैं बिकॉज दे आर ऑन ऑल प्लेटफॉर्म्स. चिल्ड्रन लव लाइक्स, दे वांट टू बी पॉपुलर, बट यू एंड आई नीड टू टेल देम दैट देयर इज अ कॉस्ट टू बिकमिंग पॉपुलर. इज दैट रियली ट्रू? आजकल ऑनलाइन जाते हैं, इसमें बहुत ब्यूटीफुल गेम है, एक ब्यूटीफुल एक्टिविटी है. देयर आर सो मच ऑफ technology available today that I can be made to look like anybody, and my background can be Bali or Maldives or whichever place you like. You like the hills, you want Switzerland behind me, or you want me to be wearing a hat, cap. So technology makes all this easy, but children don't realize that they're impressionable. So they start thinking, mere friend ki life better hai. So this is a beautiful lesson where it tells them that whatever they see online, they shouldn't believe it. They should think about it. Spotting untrustworthy information if we were a search engine, practicing internet search, and lastly, the reality river game. Now, the themes for this second module are also given here, that whatever is online is not necessarily true, and how to save yourself from those online scams. What is it that I should be looking for when I am clicking on a website? What will tell me that ये गलत है, यहाँ पे गड़बड़ है, I should stop. Again, this module has goal for students. So please ask your students that did they understand? What have they understood from this? Once they're able to answer all this, then you may move ahead to the next module. Once they know that, yes, ma'am, the goals have been met by us, we completely understand, then you can move ahead. Again, there's a vocabulary also attached with this module. The flow of the lesson is the same. There is goals, there are scenarios, there are activities for them to do. And finally, takeaway, let them lead the takeaway. Make sure you are just supporting them, standing amongst them, standing by them, letting them know that you are there. Let's look at the scenarios. A pop-up ad says that you are a part of a very small group that has been selected to try a special mermaid pill that will give you the power to breathe underwater without scuba gear. All you have to do is send rupees 2,000 to cover shipping. Would you do it? This is just a prompt. You just have to give it out there and see the kind of responses that come to you. You like a lot of videos by popular vlogger because they are funny, but they also say nasty things that you don't like? Do you buy what they say because they are funny and really popular? Do you think that influences people? This is so important. सब चाहते हैं कि वो लाइक्ड रहें. बच्चे इतना सोशल कॉम्प्लेक्स में रहते हैं बिकॉज वो चाहते हैं कि सब उनको लाइक करें. उनकी फोटो पे अगर 6,000 7,000 लाइक्स नहीं आए तो दे आर नॉट लिविंग अ गुड लाइफ. The job on your part is tremendous to build a small child, a young child's confidence is the hardest thing to do. But अगर आपने वो कर दिया तो they will be confident adults. बच्चों का इतना जल्दी शेक हो जाता है confidence in themselves and they follow. यहाँ पे clearly लिखा है, like this example is so spot on where it's saying that popular vlogger है लेकिन dirty nasty चीजें बोलता है या बोलती है. तो मतलब हम लाइक नहीं करें कि करें, बट अगर हम नहीं लाइक करेंगे वी आर स्टेपिंग अवे फ्रॉम द क्राउड. अगर हम क्राउड के साथ नहीं चलेंगे, बच्चों के दिमाग में कितने क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सो दिस विल गिव यू a platform for discussion where you can actually discuss, have a heart to heart with the students and tell them that each one of them is special the way they are, and just because the crowd is doing something incorrect we shouldn't follow them. Teachers, I know ये एक बारी में नहीं होगा, बट अगर आपने ये डिस्कशन ओपन करी तो बिलीव मी वो आपके पास आएंगे, वो बाद में भी आएंगे, क्योंकि ये डाउट्स बच्चों को आते हैं और उनका कॉन्शियस इतना प्योर होता है कि उनको ये भी थॉट आता है कि ये गलत है, बट वो अपने आप को रोक नहीं पाते बिकॉज क्राउड तो ये कर रहा है. यस इट्स राइट, यस इट्स राइट. सो ये एक बारी कैट आउट ऑफ द बैग हो गई ना, सो देन दे विल नो कि आप सेफ स्पेस हैं, आपसे बात करी जा सकती है. दे विल स्टार्ट कमिंग टू यू. This activity is there in the curriculum. You can give it out to them and ask them to think about it. That how do you decide कि information logical है, credible है कि नहीं? These are the 3 steps they must use to determine whether any information they come across, online, offline, they can always use these 3 steps to decide whether it's really true or not. सबसे पहले आप उनके साथ एक vocabulary game कर सकते हैं to decide what is the meaning of credible. Get them to understand that and then get them to do this. You can distribute this or you can put it up in your classrooms. We are going to be looking at the rest of the modules on Friday. Meanwhile, I will request you, we will put the link for the website again in the chat box. Thank you, Pooja. Go through the website. Take your time, breathe. We have done 2 modules today. If you want to revisit those modules, go to the website, go to the 4th tab, that is resources. Either you can click on access the complete curriculum, that is a 139 page curriculum that will open up. इसी में directly module 1, module 2 आ जाएगा. ये देखिए, ये सारे modules हैं इसमें. Else, under resources, आप यहां से भी एक्सेस कर सकते हैं मॉड्यूल 1 एंड मॉड्यूल 2. With this, dear teachers, I'd like to wish all of you a very, very good evening. Please don't worry, the support doesn't stop here. I will be seeing you on Friday. कोई भी doubts होंगे, any questions, queries, we will be there to address them. Meanwhile, have a good week ahead and I will see you on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.